What is poppin', guys? Enix, Cowthoughts, Enix Nation, what is poppin'? I want to just talk a little bit more about deck building and just the links of decks. Now, we all know that we love our Super Syndex. We all know that we love our Acrosion, aka Frost Demon, aka Frieza, aka whatever deck you want to call them. But um, today we're going to cover something different. And eventually I'm gonna go ahead and just look at the importance of the Super Saiyan link and the Acrosion aka Frost Demon link. But I found this deck to be very interesting, and I just made it not too long ago. But this deck is actually really good. Now no, I haven't tested it out, but just going based off what I'm reading, as far as like their passives plus their links. So, for an example, now I chose Gordo for my leader, because of his leader skill, opponent's defense is decreased by 25%, which is awesome. But the Ginyu Force link here, and so take note of the Ginyu Force passive. Also take note of the brutal beatdown. And the Ginyu Force passive, bruh, that's 25% extra on attack. Some of you may already know this, some of you don't. So with his leader skill plus with the Ginyu Force, um, you know, um, yeah, doing 25%, and then with him doing a decrease of 25% as you know a leader skill, that is really powerful. So he would be the ideal leader of the group. Now the problem is that the Ginyu Force doesn't really link up no other way. I mean, I think the only two who really link well is of course Jace and Berter. They have that they're like best friends in the show. They have, let's see, the tag team terror. That's just him and Berta that has that, as you see. Berta, Jace, Berta, Jace, Berta, Jace. So they're the only ones who have that. And then so Berta and Jace, when they're side by side, they're doing not only just the Ginyu Force, 25%, but they have the extra 500 on attack, which is really freaking good, dude. Now, of course, these cards can only go up to SSRs, but still, it'd be worth it. And then, but they don't have nothing else, such as like Jace. Going back to Jace, he well, let's look at Berta. Berta, Berta. He just has to tag team her, and then Speedy, and then the Game Force. But they don't really link that well with nothing else. So I mean, in a nutshell, like I said, a good deck can really be any deck. It just depends on what you build it for and how you build it. And for whatever event, a deck may only last you for an event, and then that'll be it, because it may not be good with anything else. With that being said, I mean, I don't really know, of another good cord to put the Game Force, because there's only 5 Game Force members. So you would think that they will be like with Frieza's minions. That's a linkage skill, but I didn't see that. Not one of the Game Force has that, so you can't. Frieza wouldn't be the idea guy to go with them. So I chose Cooler because of the brutal beatdown. Now the brutal, I think like 2 or 3 of the Game Force members even has that passive. So I used my Cooler. This is not a really fantastic link, but still it's 500 extra on attack. So ideally, this is one that I chose so far. Now if I find something better, I'm going to use that. So with Gordo in a nutshell, being the leader, you're doing that 25% just decrease in your opponent's damage, and then together as the Ginyu Force, they're doing 25% more damage because they are the Ginyu Force. Now I'm gonna so ideally, if you guys have a similar deck, which mostly everyone has this, go ahead and try this deck out. It's actually pretty cool. I'm going to get them all to SSRs. And I'm going to keep this deck just because it's I like it overall. But they ideally, the more links the better. But I mean, like I said, if you don't have a deck that links, just make sure that either you make a well-rounded deck, meaning that you have all 5 colors, in which the Game Forcer has all 5 colors. They have tech, they have agility, they have strength, they have physical, so they have all 5 colors. So it's a well-rounded group. It's good for offense and defense. Versus, you know, so is my Frieza team, and then lately my decks have been well-rounded, more so than just pure offensive. Well, I do take that back. My Frieza deck is pure offense, very little defense in this deck, meaning that class defense, that is. And then, you know, my Super Saiyan deck is well rounded as well. And we're gonna go over, probably not in this video, but well, definitely not in this video, but in another video, we're gonna cover my, you know, just a good Super Saiyan deck, because they have a lot of links, and you know, it's not even just about the links about this deck, it's about their passives, and of course they have really good numbers overall. You know, the URs usually have really good stats, but like I'm saying, if they have really good passives, and if they're linking on just not just one but two, because yeah, let's not really get into it like that, but we're getting into that later. But guys, try out the Ginyu Force, bro. I played with them, I think, at like 2 or 3 stages now, and I was already feeling them, bro. Like, already feeling them. Later, guys. Questions, anything, like, subscribe, doesn't really matter. Just hit your boy up. I'm here to stay. Enix, got thoughts. Enix Nation, we out of here. Later.